The West Garden Temple in Suzhou was constructed in the Yuan Dynasty, and features sacred temples and classical gardens. West Garden Temple is the largest temple in Suzhou City. This temple was originally built in Yuan Dynasty over 700 years ago. It was rebuilt in Ming Dynasty, and became popular at the time. In the 8th year of the Ming Dynasty, the monk Maolin changed name into the Commandments Temple, in order to expand commandments, popularly called the West Garden. The temple was destroyed in Qing Dynasty during the war, and rebuilt again by monk Yuanhui later. Since People's Republic of China was found, West Garden Temple has been expanded several times, with governmental financial support and Buddhist donations. Now it has refurbished the former styles and features, and many new scenic spots have been added to live up to its fame, the Holy Land of Buddhist altar. It blends garden art and temple art. In the temple you can see the ancient trees flourish, the temple houses layer upon layer, the bending river, the green grass, hear the birds singing, and smell the fragrant flowers. Its main buildings are the Heavenly King's Hall, the Grand Precious Hall, the Hall of 500 Arhats, the pond for freeing captive animals, the Hall of Avalokitesvara, and the Buddhist Sutra building. to the west of Grand Precious Hall, is the famous Hall of 500 Arhats. This hall was constructed at the end of Ming Dynasty, where there are 500 Arhats, of different names, different facial expressions, and who maintain the characteristics of a round face and plump body. They are all seated with clothes of good texture. These 500 Arhats were carved and painted with special care by the skillful craftsmen in the southern area of China. Viewing the whole, you will find they are of different ages from old to young, and of different personalities, from lion-hearted to kind-hearted. The whole architecture represents the consummate craft of sculpture from the southern area of China, which belonged to the first-rate sculpture of Arhat in the Ming and Qing dynasties. It is architecture unique to the West Garden Temple. The hall with 500 Arhats is the only one in southeastern littoral area. In the center of the hall, there is a sculpture of Avalokitesvara, 13 meters high, carved by fragrant camphor timber, which has thousands of eyes and hands. The main focus in the hall must be a peculiar figure of Buddha, beside the Avalokitesvara, who has 4 faces, said to represent the 4 famous mountains of Buddhism. Putuo Mountain in Zhejiang Province, Wutai Mountain in Shaanxi Province, Zhuohe Mountain in Anhui Province, and Amai Mountain in Sichuan Province. In addition, inside the hall, there are 2 well-known sculptures, called Mad Monk and Jigon Monk, whose words and deeds are also praised by people. Next, let's go to West Garden, to visit the pond for freeing captive animals. The name is derived from the Buddhist habit of freeing captive animals. In the pond, Buddhist worshippers had placed fish and other wet life. The creatures are ritually set free into the pool and taken care of by the temple. In the center of the pond, there is an octagonal pavilion, standing erect in the water, with mansions, flowers, and trees around it, and a bending bridge bestriding across the water, to create a kind of neat and artful landscape. Fish swim freely, and several rare tortoises are well kept in the water. It is said that these tortoises are the offspring of 2 tortoises from the Ming Dynasty, and that they are more than 300 years old. There are only 4 tortoises of this kind in the world. You can see them, if you are lucky. If not, you can still see their sculptures. There are many varieties of fish and turtles in the pond,